Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Vibe Podcast with Raven Rhe.
I'm your host, Raven.
And I'm your host, Rhe. And this is part two of our FTF 2022 recap. If you're just coming back from Raven's FTF recap, where she talked about her experience with the VIT this year, well, now you're got to hear my side, which is the non VIT, because I didn't do VIT this year.
Yeah.
Sorry if my voice is a little off. I'm just coming down from like an illness after traveling. It's not COVID, I promise.
Yeah.
So basically, where to start? My travel day started on Wednesday because I flew out to Seattle on Wednesday. Woke up at 2 a.m. Well, I didn't sleep. Like, I did not
Yeah.
sleep the night before. So, 2 a.m., had to drive 2 hours to Charleston. My friend Grace is who you met. Grace and I have been best friends since college. We were psychology majors, and she liked Twilight when she was young. And I had told her all about FTF,
Mm.
this past year that she was all like earlier this year when I went down to visit her. She was all like, "Are you going this year?" And I was like, "I hope." She's like, "Well, if you do go, let me know because I kind of want to go because she's been wanting to travel. She never got to do that growing up, so like she really wanted to do that now that she's a graduate, and
Mm.
she liked Twilight and all of that. So we flew out to Seattle. First we had a layover in Newark, New Jersey for about 4 hours. Because our plane took off at around 6 o'clock and then landed at like 8 o'clock. So
Mm.
then we boarded for Seattle at around 11, and then it was just so weird because we were coming from Eastern time to Pacific time, so it's like while my phone said 6 o'clock, it was really 3 o'clock Pacific time. So um landed in Seattle, met up with Kenzie, got into the hotel, and then we met up with Katie, who you met at the Phantom party.
Yeah, yeah.
She lives in Seattle, and we were driving up with her on Thursday, so we went out
I
to
I
dinner.
just forgot. I never got to get a picture with her. We would always like see each other. She'd be like, "We need to get a picture," and I'd be like, "Okay." And then we'd be like, "Okay."
Oh
Yeah, it was but she was great.
no! Yeah, she's really cool, and we had a lot of fun together. We went out to dinner to a nice little Mexican place in Seattle. Really good. My God, like it was such a culture shock going to a restaurant in Seattle where like the windows are open and like you can see people walking through the street. I was
Mm.
like, oh, we don't have this in the South. Like, unless you're at the beach, but not in like the cities. Oh my God, my eyes are like watering for no reason.
Oh no.
And then we got ice cream. And then Thursday morning, we got up at around 7 because um we drove up to Forks. Katie came and picked us up. And first we stopped at a this was so funny. I couldn't believe this. Like we still have been talking about it since, but we went to this cute little like cottage brunch place
Mm.
in Port Angeles, and it was really nice. We sat outside. It was a gorgeous day. Um Grace and I had mimosas and we had a nice little breakfast brunch. But cat guy was parked right next to us, and we had no idea. Like I saw him come in, and I just saw a large dude with long dreads,
Yeah.
but I didn't recognize it as him. Like it didn't tables didn't turn. And then when we were drawing on Katie's car, like all the little Twilight references, I guess his aunt and uncle who he was meeting up with at the little cottage place, they were all like, "That's Cat Guy. Are y'all headed up to the festival? He's on his way there." And we were all like, "Wait, what?"
I never got a picture with Cat Guy, but I have a funny interaction story with him. We were getting ready to go back to the Airbnb right before it was our turn to go to the meet and greet, and he's
Yeah.
walking out, and we had our windows down because we were talking to someone, and we were like, "Cat Guy, are you gonna come back?" And he was like, "Oh no, like I'm leaving, but like I'll be back for the party tonight." And he was like at our door talking to us. Super cool guy.
Yeah, aw. Yeah, we had no idea. We were just he like drove away and we're like, wait, he was in that car? Like what? And then we before we got to Forks, because it was still early and it was such a pretty day, we ended up taking a hike around Lake Crescent. Not
Mm,
all the way around, but like there's like a little trail. I think it's called the Spruce Trail.
mm,
Um, so it was like a nice little trail that goes around one side of Lake Crescent, and then there's like a tunnel that the bikers go through. And it was really nice. And there were people jumping off like the rocks and like the little it was like because there was a bridge that
mm.
went through the ones that connected the two trails together, and like people were jumping off the rocks on the one side of the bridge, and it was really pretty. Um, and then after we took our hike, we got to Forks probably at around I want to say we got into Forks at around 4 o'clock. It was pretty early
Mm-hmm.
compared to like last year, because last year when we got in, we went to Bella Italia first. This time we went to Bella Italia on the Sunday, whereas last year we went on the Thursday.
Yeah.
And checked into the Dewdrop, which we stayed at last year, and then I can't remember what else we did. I think we just chilled and then changed into our pajamas for the pajama party slash
Yeah.
BD screening, which that was really fun because we didn't stay for the screening last year. We like dipped out after the first 10 minutes because they were having projection issues last year. And we were all like, yeah, we've already seen this movie so many times.
Yeah.
But um Eric hosted the raffle drawing, and then they had the silent auction, just the Thursday night silent auction, because then they had the like FTF one that lasted the whole weekend. But I won something. I betted like $8 on this magazine called The Guys at Twilight, which is like
Nice.
has all the guys from the 2008, Twilight film.
Mm-hmm.
And then we watched BD2, and it was it was so cool being. I haven't watched that movie with a large crowd since seeing it in the theater. So everybody's like woo and like eyeing, and then going like no when Carlisle's head gets ripped off. Spoiler alert.
Yeah. If you
Um,
haven't seen.
yeah, if you haven't seen Grace. So Grace saw the movies, when they first came out, but she hadn't seen them in so long. So
Mm.
I was recording her reaction because I like looked over at her, and then like after Carlisle's head got ripped off, I like looked over and I see her going like she was watching it for the first time. And so then I recorded her reaction to Jasper, to Seth, to Leah, and she was just like what? She's like, no, because she completely forgot what happened. It
Oh my gosh.
was so funny. And then yeah, we just went like the movie ended at like 11, so then we headed back. Kenzie's mom and her boyfriend Clark, they met up with us at the movie because they went to Portland. They flew into
Mm.
Portland because it was her mom's birthday. So they went and did like a Goonies because she's a big 80s
I
fan and like
love
the
that.
Goonies. Yeah, so they did a whole Goonies movie tour site and then drove up on the Thursday. And so Friday, like you said, the bazaar was crazy with the wind. I
Yeah.
felt bad because they weren't expecting that, but it was just sad that so many vendors left before they could like move inside. And then they
Yeah.
didn't tell people. Like, I don't know if you knew if anybody else had that problem, but like they moved the vendor because we got there late. We got there at around 10 o'clock. Because I had like the main reason why I didn't do VIT this year is because I am now a grad student and I needed time to do my homework. And I had a quiz and I had a case study and like discussions. So I knew that if I had VIT with that like schedule and that time crunch, like you had mentioned earlier, I wouldn't have been able to do my homework. Like I would
Mm.
not have been able to find time. So with not being VIT and not having those like scheduled events, I was able to really because like if I was in the line for 4+ hours to meet Billy, like I would have not been able to do anything because then I would have to
You would have
rush
had
home
you
to
should have been there with your computer and like your hotspot
yeah
or something.
yeah like because I got no service in the rotunda.
Mm.
Like it would have been bad.
Yeah.
Um, and Kenzie was a vendor this year. She was selling handmade jewelry boxes and clutches made out of the books and little ornaments. I bought her Chief Swan one.
Mm.
which had like a mustache and all that. It was really cute. And then she gave me as like a little complimentary like the Team Alice baseball ornament that she made. So it
That's
was
cute.
really cute.
I do know for the bazaar, um, people were losing lots of merchandise because like specifically if they were selling stickers or things like that, they were just like blowing in the wind, and so people's tents were flying away. It's
Yeah.
really sad. So I
And
do
like
feel
things
for,
got broken.
yeah, I think I know that they have like they've had issues with maybe like where to do some of these things or whatnot.
So, and also the thing about the bazaar is that the where they moved it inside had no service. You had to step outside.
Yeah.
Like, cause I
Well,
bought,
I did get some service in the rotunda. I never got service outside.
yeah, it took forever, like for my phone to load. I had got like, cause I got the jewelry box from Kenzie, and then thankfully I had like a couple dollars on cash. So I got Emily at her booth had like all those little pins, and I love pins, so I got like a couple of pins to like put on my FTF bag from last year.
Mm.
Um, And then at around 1 o'clock, Kenzie and because her mom was helping her with the booth, so we got in line for Tracy Wolf, the author of Crave, and got our book signed and got a picture of her. She was really sweet. It was really nice to meet her. Even though I wasn't the biggest fan of the book. I mean, it was entertaining, but it was not my favorite book I've ever read.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we she was really sweet and um we told her about
She
how
went to
like
all the parties.
she did. I didn't even
Mm.
see her. Oh my god. Um dang. I wish I well, I was probably on the dance floor or too tipsy to realize. So yeah, and then after the bazaar, we Kid Grace and I went back well, after the meet and greet well, the author signing event. Grace and I went back to the hotel because I had some homework and then she took a nap. And then, oh, no. We went to go get lunch with Katie. We went to like a little bar over by where the airport strip is. It
Oh
was
yeah,
really cute.
Cherish was telling me about that bar.
Yeah, they have really good clam chowder. like, it was really good. So we went and had lunch with Katie, and then what did we do after that? I want to say we went somewhere else. Oh, Grace and I went to the thrift, the outfitter's place because
Mm-hmm.
I needed to get razors, and we got like some Smirnoffs to pregame, and um, then Kenzie had the meet and greet and the dinner, so we just chilled at the hotel. I studied. Grace took a nap, and then um, we got tickets for the Phantom Party this year. That was the main thing I wanted to go was at least one of the parties because I was just
Yeah.
so like, I loved the Phantom Party last year, so I got that instead of the gala. Although I think next year I'm gonna try and get both the parties this time.
Yeah, I
Um,
know last year I
especially if
didn't
they up the price.
last year I did not have a fun time at the gala, but not because anything about the gala, just like other things that was happening. I was like on my period, and there's like all this water was spilled somewhere, and I sat in it, and then my dress is white, so it was just like not a fun time, not fun vibes. But I had lots of fun at the gala this year. I had fun at both parties, so
Yeah,
no complaints overall about the parties. Although the music I think could be a little like, but not that the music can't be could be better, but it's just like I understand why the music is the way it is because they have a large audience to cater to. You know, people who are super
yeah,
young, like 10 or younger. There was a baby there. There was
yeah,
a cute little baby. She was in her cute little pants. All the way up into like people who are in their 50s or older. So I
yeah.
understand why they have such a variety, but I think my thing was with like Cherish and Chris and I were like, we just want to shake ass. And it's hard to shake ass
Yeah,
when you're.
I was like, I just want to freaking. I was like, I want to drop it low. Like, what is this? Because I mean, there was a couple of slower songs, and I was like, I can't move to this.
We
So
so
that's when I would
we
like
were just kind
leave
of
and go
going
out into the
back and forth both times. Like we would hear a song come on, we'd like run over there. So so I mean, I still had fun at like either way. Like I understand why they have like a diverse thing of music because they have to cater to lots of different age groups and whatnot. But um yeah, that's the only
yeah.
thing. But it's still a vibe.
Yeah. And I got to meet Billy and Maggie, which, I didn't have the meet and greet. So, like, it wasn't something I would have expected. Also, because I didn't expect him to stay the whole party. I thought they were going to dip out within the first 10 minutes like Peter did. So when it's like, already pushing hour, almost 2 hours into the party, I'm in line for, I saw Billy like, a couple times. So I had Kenzie get a picture of me like this with him in the background to say like, I met Billy when it was just him in the background.
Hmm.
But then but then I was in line to get a drink because I was all like, I need alcohol. Like, I'm already sober. So I went in line, and then Grace, she was like, oh my God, there he is. Like, let's go. And I was like, wait. But I was just like, I don't want to bother him. He's already got people. I'm all like, he's probably about to leave. I was also nervous, because it's different when it's the photo op, the meet and greet, because like you expect the picture, you
Yeah.
expect the interaction. But when it's something like that where you like, I was like, I don't want to go up. I don't want. I can't. Like, I want to, but I'm too nervous because I was like, I
Yeah.
don't want to bother him. And but then there was a couple. There was like two girls and ladies who were with him, and so Grace was just like, let's go. So she grabbed my hand and pulled her phone out. So she went first and got a selfie, and then I took her picture. I don't know. I think she just got a selfie, and then I went up and I was like, "Can I get a selfie?" And he was like, "Sure." So he took the phone, took it, and then Grace was all like, "Don't you want one like a full body so you can show up in your pretty outfit?" And he went, "Yeah, you got to get the outfit." And I literally
Mm.
was like, "Stop!"
He's
I
so hot. I'm gonna say it now.
he he is so hot. And after we took it, I was like, "Thank you for coming out this year and like making our year." And he's like, "Oh, of course." And I was like,
But
"Yeah."
I remember we're in line waiting to go because I think he had went and took like a break, and Lissy was like, I need to take him somewhere. Stay here. We'll come back, right? So Lissy took him somewhere and then brought him back. I think he had went to go do a tour of the collection or something. He came back. And then there was like not a huge line, just a small little line. It's close to the time that it's supposed to finish, also. And then one of the coordinators was like, "Do you want to stop the line, like cap it off, so that like after this he's done?" And that Lissy said, "No, he just wants to make sure everyone's happy. So he just wanted to make sure that everyone was pleased." And I was like,
I would literally die for that man.
this what a
I
great.
was
He was
like, when
great.
I walked away from him, I felt the tears. I started crying. I was like, no, you don't understand. Like, I can't handle this.
Yeah, so I was just really
And
nice.
then,
Maggie was also very like super sweet. She was like she came up to Cherish and I because
yeah,
we had started the wobble line dance and she was like trying to learn it too. And Maggie was just like amazed by like this community that like and about everything. There's a funny video from the Friday night party where they sang 1,000 years and they're in a circle and they're like going back and forth swaying singing 1,000 years, but someone zoomed into Billy's face and he looks like, what the fuck is happening right now? It is the funniest video ever. I'll send it to you later, but it's like so funny. But I think he was just a little bit more like, this is interesting, he was, but
yeah.
Maggie seemed very sweet about everything. She took pictures of my nails.
Oh my God. Yes, your nails.
Yeah. If you
Fabulous.
want to see my nails, go to Instagram. But yeah,
I think I like these nails better than last year.
I think I do too. They're more. I mean, they're more intricate, and I'm not taking them off until they fall off by themselves. So,
Yeah. Yeah,
because
I would.
these expensive. Okay, continue with
Oh my God.
your. So that's the end of Friday. So now it's
Oh,
Saturday.
wait. Well, I
Oh,
did meet Maggie. I did meet
oh yes.
Maggie, and she was very sweet. And like, I was also very nervous again, Grace and Kenzie kind of had to like ask her for me
Mm.
because I was just so nervous. And like she was in a deep conversation with the lady, and I was just like, I don't want to interrupt. And
That
so
was
they
that was
said,
me.
hey,
That
can
was me
she get
with
a picture?
Marcus. I did not want to go up to him for the life of
Yeah.
me. All Cherish and them had to force me to go up to him. And then, oh my gosh, wait, I didn't say this part in my story because I totally forgot about it because I blinked. Not to interrupt you, but so we go right. I think
No, 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 go ahead.
this was maybe Friday night, and I had asked for another picture with him. Let me see. If you guys want to see all my cute pictures with Marcus, please go look at my Instagram. Uh, and let me see, because I think I took two pictures with Marcus on Friday, or maybe I only took one. I took one. Okay, I took one with the Volturi, but when they were taking pictures with the Volturi Friday night, they were having people kneel in front of them. So
Oh my God. Like
I have
I
a
had them rip off my hands.
so I have one like if I'm like their slave or they're about to eat me or something like. Hold on. So let me turn my brightness down.
Bro, that is iconic.
Iconic, right? So then I just got
You're
a
kneeling
picture.
in front of Marcus.
I know, I know. So I think maybe it was just no, it had to have been Friday, but I didn't get another picture with him. Cherish was talking to him, and I went up to him and Cherish because Cherish was talking because Cherish knows like the person playing Marcus, right? So I went up to them. I'm like, hi, and like, but I'm like, hi, because I can't talk to him because I get so nervous talking to Marcus, and he goes. He tells Heidi like this is the president of my Marcus fan club, and I was like I was like yeah, and he goes say it. I was like I was like,
I would literally.
no. I said, I'm the president of the Marcus. I said, and then he was just like, Marcus, Marcus. And then I started going, Marcus. So, and
Bro,
oh, and so
I
then
don't even want to. Yo, I don't even want to know. No, I do want to know how you would react if they announced that Christopher Heindel was coming.
dead, dying,
Like,
passed out.
if they like in March, if I were to wake up and I see Christopher Heindel special guest for FTF, I would literally FaceTime you right there and want to know,
I
like, oh my God, Raven.
I'd be showing up to the parties in lingerie or something, just to be. Why are you biting? She's like biting me. She's like so mad that I'm not paying attention.
Shows up in a wedding dress,
And she
like,
literally, I'd show up in a. Can I help you? I would literally show up in like anything to get his attention, and I'd probably cry if I did not have VIT. I'd probably sob and just like I'd call whoever and be like, please let me use your VIT.
like,
Please just let me use your VIT.
or please, like, or like call Lizzie and be like, make sure he's at the party.
I would be waiting at
Like
the
if you
door,
go to the
waiting.
Phantom party.
I'd be waiting for him to walk in. I'm not doing anything until he walks in. That's it. I could not. I would literally pass out. I'd be like, Carlos, I'm so sorry. Ma'am, why are you biting me?
Oh my gosh.
She's so aggressive right now. Lord. I would literally, you would not, if I met him, you would not hear from me for approximately 5 to 7 business days. I would be dead. Could not deal with it. Could not.
Oh my.
I just, I would
Me,
have, I would have to divorce Carlos. I would have to.
me if freaking Felix and Dimitri go,
Oh my
like
gosh.
if
I think
they both,
I would have to get
you
like a
guys would have to
Marcus
carry
sandwich
me
or
out.
something.
You guys would have to carry me out because I mean they both. That's the thing. They both I think went together in like 2019 or 2018, and I was like, fudge. Like both of them, I literally would have lost my mind.
I don't know. I would have to do a Marcus sandwich or something with both of my Marcuses. And then Cherish showed me that she'd gotten a sticker from Marcus, the cosplayer, and it's a sticker of him as Marcus. And I was so sad that I didn't get one. And so we saw him at the karaoke as Ronnie and not Marcus. And they gave me a sticker. So he's
Oh,
on my
love
phone.
that.
I know. Ugh. Okay, so we have 9 minutes. So I don't
Oh
know
my
if you
god,
want to
my freaking
continue, and
throat.
then when we get to like the 2 minute mark, we can end it and start another one.
Yeah, because the last thing for Friday night was like I got my picture with Maggie, and like when I went up to her, I was like, sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you. And she's like, no, it's fine. I was like, ah. And then got the picture, and again, like with Billy, I said like, thank you so much for coming this year. And she said, oh, anytime, like, and I was just like, you guys are the best. I like walked away, and I'm like, okay, like let's go, let's go. I didn't get much time to dance this year. I think just cause like with the fact that they pushed the party back because of the meet and greet and the dinner. I danced at the beginning, like did the wobble, did the Cupid shuffle, and then we danced at the very end. Like we were the last. Me, Kenzie, Grace, Meg, Megan at Megan Obsessions,
Mm-hmm.
and her friend Tish. We were like literally the last ones on the dance floor. And Decode was the last. You know that TikTok sound like, why am I the only one popping my pussy right now? Like
Yeah,
literally, that was us. It was just the DJ, and then it was us.
love that.
Um, but yeah, and then sheesh, we got back to the hotel knocked out. I did not want to like it took everything in me to take off my makeup because I mean, no matter how tired I am, I will not fall asleep in my makeup. But I, in that moment, even when I got sick on my birthday, like when I got drunk and got sick, I still took off my makeup, washed my face, and then knocked out.
Mm-hmm.
But Friday night, I almost did not want to, but I was like, oh, I have red lipstick on. I need
Yeah.
to. The pillows are white. I need to take off my makeup. Okay, so Saturday was an early morning again because Kenzie was part of the costume contest this year, um, which was at the high school, and so we got it pretty early. Um, because I think it started at like 9:45. I can't remember, but we got up at like 8 and then had some coffee, all of that. Well, I don't think no, I had coffee after, but that's the high school. Kenzie was part of the most creative category, so that was the second because they did most screen accurate, which had a lot of contestants. And then oh my god, the one dude with the RO, like it was so good. He ended up winning most over best overall because he had a
Um.
full on like Carlisle thing too. It
Yeah, I
was
saw that.
really yeah. And then the girl wearing Bella's wedding dress, she won best screen accurate. She had made the shoes, and then she had like a Volturi, like the what they gifted Bella,
Mm-hmm.
like the little necklace in BD2. She had like a replica of that, so it was a really good screen accurate. Um, Kenzie was mushroom ravioli.
I saw that.
She had like a white dress with little mushrooms and raviolis, and then two cokes. Um, and then the best duo was an Alice and Rosalie baseball couple. They were really like they were adorable. And then I don't know if you saw like the little girl Mia with Bella's
Mm-hmm.
bedspread. Oh my
Yeah.
god, she won by default the under 12 category. Um, so yeah, and then after that we went to like the coffee hut, got breakfast, came back to the high school for the cosplay signing, which I got them to sign because Kenzie had gotten both of us little baseballs.
Mm-hmm.
So that was all. I had left my notebook in the hotel room, so I had that on me. And at first I was just gonna have the Olympic Coven sign it, but then I was like, nah, I'll just get everyone. So I got
Mm-hmm.
all the cosplayers to sign my baseball. Um, the only thing is that the cosplayers who use like the metallic sharpies, it like fades quicker. So like
Mm-hmm.
Alec and Alice and Rosalie and Bella's, like their signatures are like faded now a little bit compared to the ones who signed in black sharpie. Like
Yeah.
that stayed on the sharpie. So I was a little sad about that, but it still looks really good and looks cool. Just a bunch of signatures on
Signatures.
the
Yeah.
cosplayers. Yeah, and then I think that was all that we did. Once we did that, Kenzie got in line for the panel, and then that's where I saw you guys. Because we were waiting on Kenzie's mom, because her and Clark had went to the Tree of Life.
Mm.
Also around that time that I don't know if like they were in the same area. So I was waiting on her to respond to my text to see if she could come get Grace and I, because we were gonna walk if like they had it, because we
Yeah.
didn't know where they were in like service, of course. Um, so yeah, it was after I saw you guys and we took our pictures that we ended up to walking to the hotel, and then I took a did I, yeah, what was that night? Yeah, I think I like took a shower, and then we did laundry because there was like a little laundry mat by the dewdrop. So I had like gotten red chalk from those chalk pens. I
Mm-hmm.
got red all over my one pair of Tommy Hilfiger jeans, and then
Mm-hmm.
I got like blood on my khaki skirt from when I had shaved. Like I
Mm-hmm.
had just shaved, and then I got like a little bit at the top. So I was like, crap. So because I was gonna wear those again. Like I had planned another outfit with both of those pieces. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go do laundry while Kenzie's at the panel. And then after she got back from the panel, we ended up going to La Push because we weren't sure if we were going to have time on the Sunday because we still wanted to do the military and we wanted to do the collection. And then we had Bella Italia on Sunday
Mm-hmm.
before the karaoke. So, and then of course luncheon. So we ended up going to La Push and it was really nice. We caught like, the beginning stages of sunset and like, La Push Beach for sunset is just beautiful. And we saw
Yeah.
Eric there. Like Eric
Love
was
that.
there with his girlfriend and his mom,
Marlies.
and yeah, so we saw him, but we didn't say hi. We had just seen him from the distance, and then we went back to the room so Kenzie could head to the gala, and then I studied because I had a quiz the next day. Um, and then I had stayed up until Kenzie got back so she could tell me how the gala was for her. Then Sunday, we slept in on Sunday because that was like the only time we could. And we headed over to the rotunda for the picture. And oh my God, like I didn't realize that the little bench I didn't realize that the bench there was going to be for the actors. So I was like, no way. And then I got them coming in. I was like, oh my God, they're right in front of me.
That's
Uh,
amazing.
um, and then Grace and I went back to the room. I had a quiz. Kenzie had the luncheon. And then we chilled for a bit until Grace, I went to go pick her up because Kenzie had taken her mom and Clark to Port Angeles for whale watching early that
Oh, that's
morning because the
nice.
buses, yeah, because like the buses didn't run on Sunday. So, yeah, which I kind of want to do in like next year or at some point. I want to do the whale watching in Port Angeles because
Mm-hmm.
she said that like when I was talking with her mom after, she said that she saw so many whales and I was like, oh my God,
That's so
like that'd be so
fun.
cool because I've never done
Yeah.
whale watching. Yeah, and then I took my quiz, and then we met up at the Miller Tree because I wanted to do the Miller Tree Inn because Grace hadn't seen it, and that was only an hour event. I was all like, we can maybe try and get the collection afterward.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then I saw you. We hung out, got pictures with everyone. Um, which I feel like this year I was definitely more comfortable around the cosplayers this year, like especially the Volturi. Like I did not want to be near the Volturi last year just because I love them. I was like, I was
Yeah.
so intimidated. I was like, I can't. So, but this year I was so much more comfortable because it's like I've been following them for a while and like
Yeah.
the characters. But this year I was definitely much more comfortable and I was all like, oh my God, like, let's get photos, like all that. And oh my God, like Alec was glaring at me in my one photo. Like he was so in character because Kenzie and Grace went and stood by Jane. And like Jane's my favorite. But I felt bad that like nobody was gonna stand next to Alec. So I was like, I'll stand next to Alec. And then when I was looking at the photos, man was literally full character glaring at me. And I
Oh
was
my
like,
gosh.
bruh. But I dig it. Um so then after that, we tried to do the collection. Kenzie went to Native to Twilight. Grace and I got in line, but as we were looking, we were like, "Oh God, it's already 2:30. This line is barely moving." We got reservations at 4. It's
Mm-hmm.
an hour from Forks to Port Angeles. I was like, "Fudge!" So felt bad. And then at Emily Loves Twilight was standing right behind. Oh my god, I was probably such a creep because she was her and her mom were standing right behind Grace and I when they got in line, and I was like, I think I follow her. It's like I think that's Emily. Like I've been watching her stories all weekend,
I
knowing that she's
never,
here. I was like,
I never got the chance to say hi to her. At first, I didn't recognize her without her glasses, and then,
yeah,
and then someone was like, "Oh yeah," I think Church was like, "Oh yeah," I said hi to Emily Loves Twilight, and I was like, "Wait, is that her?" Because I never got the chance, and we passed each other so many times, but
yeah, yeah.
I think maybe
I felt like
I
such a
think I
creep.
was just wasn't in my right mind most of the times to go say hi to someone. So
Yeah, I
like
like just kept looking at.
when you brought Kate to meet me, I was high off my ass. So high. I was like,
Oh no.
"Hi."
Oh my god. Yeah, I was just like, and then I was like, excuse me, I'm so sorry, but are you Emily at Emily Loves Twilight? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh my god, can I get a picture? I'm Rhe, like all that.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh my god, hey. So it was definitely like that was so funny because they had reservations also at Bella Italia for 4:30. So they were
Mm,
like, yeah, we're thinking about having to dip out of this too. Because like Emily and I have both seen the collection because she went last year, but Grace and her mom hadn't.
yeah.
So I was like, yeah, we gotta go. I still gotta change. Like I was in my one like outfit with the tie, and I was like, I gotta change into my Calvin. So we
Yeah.
met up with Kenzie, then went to the hotel so I could change, and then she had to change too because she wanted to go to Bella Italia in her mushroom ravioli costume.
Oh.
Um, so then I did my makeup in the car and we got there 20 minutes late, but thankfully, her mom and Clark were already in Port Angeles, so they got our table for us. Because
Nice.
we had 7 people because it was me, Kenzie, Grace, her mom, Clark, Katie, and Katie's friend, Annika, who was at the parties also.
Mm,
Um, so it was us, and we got like a really good table in the back, right next to where they have like the books. And of course, had mushroom ravioli and a Coke. And then I had a glass of wine because I was like, ooh, I want to try their wine because I love
yeah.
a good white wine with pasta. Um, yeah, then we took pictures in front and then we headed back to the hotel because I think we ended up getting back to the hotel at 6 and the karaoke party was at 7. So we just like dipped in and I changed my shoes and then we headed back to the rotunda for the
Yeah.
karaoke. And then I got a picture with I don't want to it's Chandra, right? Who's Sharo? Is how do you
Yeah.
pronounce her name? Chandra?
Chandra. Yeah.
Oh my god, we ran into her when we went to like the bathrooms, the porta potties, and I was like, oh my god, like, can I get a picture? Because oh my god, it was just so funny because like I'm so tiny and she's so tall, and I was like, we had like a little hug. Grace took our picture, and I was like, oh my god, like I love her.
Yeah. Love her.
Um, oh my god, it's your man's birthday today.
Oh my gosh.
It's his birthday.
We have to make a post about it.
Oh my god. Of course they and then they tag Noelle Fisher in it. That's so funny. Oh my god. So yeah, we the karaoke party was really fun. I had a Rainer beer for the first time and it was actually pretty good.
I don't like beer, but I think I tried a Rainier one time when we went to the wedding, but I was like, no.
Yeah. I didn't mind it. I think probably because I already pre-gamed. Because I like
Maybe.
Corona and I like Blue Moon. Um so yeah. Uh, and then yeah, we danced, we sung along. That's and then after the 1,000 years, that's where we finally got to like talk to Eric and get a picture. And we got like a little video for Jazz because Jazz couldn't make it this year, and she loves him. So we got like a little video of him saying like, Jazz, like, why aren't you here? Um, and then yeah, I think after that we packed because we had to pack because we were headed out the next morning for Portland.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was pretty much it. Which you guys can already go check out my Seattle like Crescent and like part of FTF vlog. on the channel. I'm gonna probably get to my big vlogs later, but I think definitely like you could see that you could have a, because I was talking to Sam after the 1,000 years, like when everybody was like saying their goodbyes and hugging, and like I got a picture with Sam and hung out and like told her how like I didn't get BIT this year and all that. And she like was like, see, you can like totally have like a good time without having to,
Yeah.
spend all that money. So yeah, it's definitely like, I mean, I didn't really feel as though I missed out on a lot with not having the VIT, because it's all like I did get to go to the party, and then the meals. I already don't eat that much, so it's like you're paying mostly. You get 3 meals, so it's like you're mostly paying for the photo op, autographs,
Yeah.
and the meals.
I mean,
So the only thing
I
I
mean,
missed was the panel.
for those of you that don't know, I got gastric bypass surgery and at the end of June. So I eat like a baby right now, like a fetus. So even when I got I was able to eat some stuff at the breakfast, and I took like nibbles out of everything, and I was like, I'm full, So like that was probably like a really big thing for me too. Like I really didn't eat a lot of meals. I didn't get the Bella Italia just because I'm really cautious
Yeah,
about eating pasta still, So
and
little
it's like if
things.
you miss one meal, like, or you don't go, it's like that's like almost $100 right there that was waste, because they umped it up 450.
Yeah.
So it's just like I feel like next year they're definitely gonna make it 500, and I'm all like, hell no!
They
I will
might.
pay. I'll pay the 300 for the two parties, but like,
I think it'd be cool if they had different packages, like maybe like the party package and it has like all the parties, or they have like the
the
VIP and
meals.
party package, or like the meet and greet and party packages, or like the parties and the meals, or like if they had a little bit different packages. I think that they would, and I don't know if they would make more money, but I think that it's definitely some like an option that they could look into, because some people, like can't go to all the things, or don't want to, or
Yeah.
maybe just want to do more with their time. But I think that's something that, and who knows, they might end up doing that for next year.
Yeah. And I noticed that they changed it this year where they had the breakfast and the dinner on the same day. Because last year it was like they had breakfast on Friday, dinner on Saturday, luncheon on Sunday. So the fact that they did 2 meals on Friday and then none on Saturday,
I
it
was
was
gonna say,
like,
I thought I was going crazy, that I could have sworn that the dinner, the Bella Italia, was before the gala last
yeah,
year.
it was, which I don't understand, because then I'm all like, wow, that really made Friday busy, especially like I think that was not a good idea to have the dinner right after the meet and greet, because it's all like the meet and greet went past 6 o'clock. So it's like a lot of
I
people
was
didn't
saying
get to
that
go to the dinner.
I think that it'd be a cool idea to do the VIP, the ticket pickup, and the at the same time as the meet and greet. So they start at the same time, early in the morning, like early in the morning, and they're happening at the same time. And then it's just like the groups can go in A, B, C, D, and so it starts early, which means it ends earlier. Um, and then
Yeah.
also, I think that possibly even doing I mean, and breakfast, because you only get breakfast if you have the VIT. Doing the breakfast at the same place, and at the same,
Yeah.
they pick up their VIT, they get in line for breakfast, or and then they get into the line for the meet and greet. I don't know how possible that. I'm sure. That's why if they use the school as the central place, which I know it might be hard because of the school, like the school times. But if they do it at the same place, at least on Friday, like it'd be cool to do the VIT pickup, the breakfast, and the meet and greet all at the high school, and the bazaar. Like if there was just one central place, but I know that that's logistically that probably would not work out, at least for the school, if they're in school or whatnot.
Yeah.
So, but overall, I think it's a good event, and I did see improvements this year, like a lot. I did see a lot of
Yeah.
improvements, and
I yeah. It, it
so
was a really good turnout. It was a really good festival. Oh my god, I met a follower at the fandom party. I I think I was resting my feet. We were about to go do the 360. We were either about to go in the dance floor or go in the 360 booth. And
Oh,
a girl had came up to me and she was all like, "Hey, like I've been following your TikToks for a while and all that." I was like, "Oh my god, like what's your Instagram? Like want to get picked? I want to get a picture with you." So
yeah.
it
Oh,
was
how
so because I
cute.
was a little tipsy too. So I get like, a little
Yeah,
I was like, "Hey," I was like, "Oh my god, that's so cool." I was like, "Are
how
you
fun.
enjoying the festival? Like, is this your first year?" I was that was so cool.
I know. There was a couple people I that I met. They're like, oh, like you pop up on my for you page all the time, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's me.
Yeah, it's kind of weird,
Yeah, it's a little
oh
weird.
my god, like
Katie was so nice, and she was like, I'm like your biggest fan. I was like, oh, stop, leave me alone. Don't tell me that. I was like, I'm gonna start crying right now.
just
She was
drop my
super nice.
phone.
Lots of fun times. But yeah, I think that's is that it? I think that's it. I don't have anything else. Do you have anything else?
No, I mean, I can always get more into my Portland experience another time. Plus, I'm gonna have my Portland vlog, which basically,
Yeah.
guys, I just went to like the movie sites, and unfortunately, I didn't get to eat at Carver Cafe because turns out they're closed on Mondays and Tuesdays.
Nice.
So
Yeah, but
better luck next time.
whenever you get the chance, the food there is great, like so good.
I can't wait.
But yeah, so um, that is it for our FTF recap, guys. We were so excited that we
It
were
was
able to
so
go this
fun.
year. Hopefully, we'll be able to go next year also. Um,
I hope so.
yeah, I'm planning on it, and we'll see. And then if not, then we will just keep y'all updated with our Twilight adventures. Um, and I think that's it. Ah! If you
Yeah,
want to
make sure
see,
you're subscribed.
yes, subscribe to our YouTube so that you guys can watch all of our vlogs. Subscribe to or go follow us on Instagram. You can see more of our pictures. You can follow Rhe on her personal Instagram at LifeSizeCoreline and me on mine at Raven and Woods to see all of our pictures and videos. And you can go follow us both on our TikToks to see our maybe like little mini vlogs or clips or things that we filmed while we were in Forks. And we will see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.